Good day and welcome to Initiating Insight with Sibongile. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are talking about the preacher's wife. Preacher's wife, me? Yeah. I am joined by namesake, believe it or not. Her name is Sibongile. Yeah, her name is Sibongile. You're beautiful, by the way. Yeah, you're beautiful. Her name is Sibongile Mufuzi. This name, Mufuzi, should be familiar to you. That man is no stranger to initiating. So this is his wife, Sibongile. Do you have another name?
No.
Sibongile.
I have one name, yeah.
Okay, today I'll use my other name so that you don't get confused, but it's all right. I am joined by Sibongile Mufuzi, and we are talking about the preacher's wife. You are the preacher's wife.
Correct.
Okay. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a preacher's wife? Does it mean you are a preacher's wife because you are married to a preacher?
It's a tricky one.
Okay.
You know, especially because I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
Oh.
It's something that I didn't see coming. I just woke up and found myself in the role, in the position of a preacher's wife. So it's been quite challenging for me. I cannot really tell you confidently that this is what it means to be a preacher's wife, because that's something that I'm still figuring out.
Sibongile man, yabona thina lana, we don't like tricks, ne? So you can't say you just woke up and then you found yourself.
Okay, so what happened was when I married my husband, I was consumed by the fact that I was getting married. I was excited. I'd forgotten about
you were in love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd forgotten about the fact that he was a preacher. You know, I never focused on that until 2 months into my marriage. I realized that it felt like something, like a heavy cloud was hovering, you know, over me, and I was feeling so angry at God. I felt like, but God, this is not part of the deal. I was just in here for the marriage, not for the
love.
For the love, you know. So, so that's what happened. It felt as if I was just thrown into a deep end. And
why?
I had no preparation, no counseling, nothing to
but
prepare
you're in
me
love
for
with
the
this person, and when you are in love with a person, don't you feel that you can conquer everything? I mean, love conquers all. So honey, what are you called to do? I'm a doctor, so I work long hours. So now I love him. I'm gonna survive, you know. Oh, honey, no, actually, I'm called to be a preacher. No, don't worry, sweetheart. We can do this. So why, when do you feel, Uguti manje, this is a cloud and you're angry at God? God did not send you to be in love, ne? When you were in love, you were not angry. Now, because now you must face the situation, now you're angry.
Right. So I was angry because I felt like if I'd known that I was going to be in a position. Remember, when you are married to a preacher, there are these expectations from everyone, you know, from the community where we live, from the church, you know, our local church, and from everyone at large. It's like people expect you to automatically assume a certain level of spirituality because you are married to a spiritual man. So that put me a lot under pressure, and I just felt like I was dealing with being a newlywed, you know, trying to find my way into my marriage and how to be a good wife and stuff like that. And then at the same time, I had to deal with other people's expectations of me, you know, how I should give of myself, how, you know, dealing with knocks on the door almost every day, phone calls, you know, during the night, and him being away. So all that happened to me when I didn't expect, and I felt like I didn't know what to do. I felt inadequate. I was so angry. I asked God, why did you bring me here? I don't want to be here. I was really angry at God.
And I do understand, just leave my naughtiness and me being jajarach and all that nonsense that comes with it. I do understand what you mean, that you found yourself where you have to assume a position that you don't even know anything about. Were you a Christian at that time?
Yeah. So I'd been a Christian for 15 years when I met
Okay.
my husband.
Okay.
My husband and
So you
I.
understood in principle what it is that you were dealing with. It's
Yeah.
just the role and the function and the responsibilities that you were just not ready for.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that kind of reality. I knew what it was like to be a Christian. I loved my life as a Christian. I knew what was expected of me in marriage. I just didn't know what was expected in the role of a preacher's wife. So I don't like feeling inadequate, feeling like I'm a failure. All those thoughts were coming to me, and yeah, it was depressing. It was depressing.
Where are you now?
So right now, after 2 months of complaining to my husband and, complaining about everything in the church, about everyone, about the color of the chairs, it was like that. Everything was just wrong in my eyes. One day after, I said to God, you know what, you brought me here, you're going to carry it for me. I'm just going to relax and go with the flow. So one day I woke up with this overwhelming task on my heart that God put, and God was saying that there could be many other women out there going through the same thing in the same space, feeling inadequate about their roles, feeling that they can't fit into the church. And so the vision that God put on my heart was very clear, that He needed me to, bring the women together, the preachers' wives together, to come and, draw strength from each other and talk about the challenges. Because you should understand that when you're a preacher's wife, you cannot just confide in anyone, especially in your local church. You have to be very careful who you talk to, what you talk about, how much you talk about what you talk about. So a lot of preachers' wives do not have that, those friendships in the church, those relationships, because of those reasons that I've just mentioned. So when we create this forum for preachers' wives to get together, it will also help a lot in terms of coming together and debriefing and, offloading and, laughing, crying, whatever the case may be, because you don't find that a lot in our churches. Yeah.
Are you not in some way presumptuous when you're saying that you have to have relationships with other preachers' wives because you cannot trust anyone in the church who's perhaps not a preacher because they are not preachers' wives? Before you can answer that, we need to take a break.
Okay.
We need to go away. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.